Hello students. So today we are going to discuss about temperature control on the earth's surface and the other importance of atmosphere. So how the temperature control on the earth's surface? Let's start. The air around the earth brings about temperature control on the earth's surface. So what are the factors that affecting controlling temperature control? The temperature of air at every place is influenced by the latitude of the place. So the latitude, the temperature of a place determined by the insolation received. So what is insolation? Insolation is the amount of solar radiation that is received by a planet. So the insolation differs according to the latitude, therefore the temperature also differs consequently. The total insolation is more intense in the low than in the high latitudes. As we move away from the equator poleward, the mean annual temperatures show lower values. The most important causes for variation in the amount of solar energy reaching the earth are the seasonal changes in the angle at which the sun's rays strike the earth's surface and in the varying lengths of the day. So the total amount of the radiant solar energy received at any point on the earth is largely controlled by the duration and intensity of insolation. Next, the altitude of the place. So the atmosphere is indirectly heated by terrestrial radiation. Therefore, the places adjacent to the sea level record higher temperatures than the places located at higher elevation. We know that temperature decreases with increasing altitudes from the earth's surface. So temperature decreases as the altitude from the surface of the earth increase because the ground absorbs more radiation from the sun, and during night time the ground emits this absorbed radiation to its surroundings. The molecules of air surrounding the land also absorb the emitted radiation from the ground. Now, the third point, distance from the sea. So the main factor that influences the temperature is the position of a place with respect to the sea. The sea gets heated slowly and loses heat slowly compared to land. Land heats up and cools down rapidly. So the places located near the sea come under the moderating influence of the sea and land bridges which regulate the temperature. For example, Mumbai have a moderate climate because of influence of sea. Mumbai is a coastal city and is near to sea, so it experiences a moderate or maritime climate. On the other hand, Delhi is far away from the sea, so it faces continental type of climate. So next, the air mass circulation. The air masses also affect the temperature like land and sea breezes. The places which come under the effect of warm air masses experience higher temperature, and the places that come under the influence of cold air masses experience lower temperature. And the next, the presence of warm and cold ocean currents. So now again, coming to the point, we know that our earth is surrounded by a huge blanket of air. The atmosphere is made up of a mixture of different type of gases that form a layer surrounding the earth. It not only provides us the air we breathe, it also protects us from the harmful effects of the ultraviolet rays of the sun. So without this blanket of protection, we would be baked alive by the heat of the sun during the day and get frozen during night. When solar energy strikes the planet during the day, the ground, highways and other objects get hot and absorb that energy. As the sun goes down, the earth cools by giving off infrared radiation. Because greenhouse gases absorb part of this radiation, the atmosphere warms and keeps the earth from getting too cold. So this ability of the atmosphere to retain heat absorbed during the day and to trap it during night is called the greenhouse effect. So what is greenhouse effect? The greenhouse effect is a process that occurs when gases in Earth's atmosphere trap the sun's heat. The process make Earth much warmer that it would be without an atmosphere. So now look at the picture. This is artificial glass chamber for plants to grow. We call it a greenhouse. Now how does the greenhouse function? What happens basically is the sunlight that comes in the glass house, and that sunlight in the form of short wavelength, and when it goes out it's in the form long wavelength. Now when I say short wavelength, what is it? That means that the waves are closer to one another, and when I say long wavelengths, that means waves are away from one another. So when the waves are closer to one another, that means it has more energy and there is more movement of the particles. So the frequency is higher and there is more movement, and since there is more movement of the particles, what would happen? The region with shorter wavelength would have higher energy. On the other hand, the region with longer wavelength, what would happen here? When wavelength is longer, there is lesser movement of the particles. So there would be less energy. That means when you have the short wavelengths radiation that are coming on the earth, you have more energy that is coming in, while the energy which is going out in the form of long wavelengths would have less energy. That means there would be a drop of energy. So there would be a region which has more energy that is coming in, and let's say less energy which is going out. So this region which is left over is the energy trap, and this energy trap creates a kind of heating effect, and that heating effect would be known as the greenhouse effect, because it has a lot in common with how the glass of a greenhouse trap heat inside. Heat can get into the greenhouse. So now let's discuss about other importance of atmosphere. So the atmosphere also provides the medium which helps move water vapor in the form of clouds from one place to another. And it also provides us the energy which was in earlier times used to move ships, which used huge sails for the purpose. So what is sail? Sail is a tensile structure which is made from fabric or other membrane materials that uses wind power to propel sailing craft, including sailing ships, sailboats, windsurfers, ice boats, and even sail-powered land vehicles. And the atmosphere also protects us. Meteors from outer space constantly enter the Earth's atmosphere. So the mesosphere is the layer of the atmosphere that protects the Earth from meteoroids. And this layer of atmosphere acts like a shield, and the meteors usually burn out by the friction. So a meteor, sometimes called a shooting star or falling star, is actually a space rock that is crashing through Earth's atmosphere. When a meteoroid enters the Earth's upper atmosphere, it heats up due to friction from the air, and the heat causes gases around the meteoroid to glow brightly, and a meteor appears. So, had there been no atmosphere, the meteors would have hit the Earth's surface at great velocity and caused huge damages. So, these were all about our atmosphere.